44-42, Larry Bird. Bird having an outstanding news to mount the points. Here's Larry Bird, and he comes back and answers. Here's Archibald directing traffic as we have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ford to Bird. Bryant couldn't do anything with him. That play, kind of pushing each other.
That's right. Bryant held on to Bird's hand that time. He couldn't get away.
Bryant hit it dead center. Bird, and he now has a career.
And it was actually the second foul because he was pushed off first.
And he's getting a bundle of them here in the early going to the third quarter. Now with 23 points in this game. 2-point lead for New York, 5.5 to go, third quarter, Larry Bird. And they answer at each end. Boy, that must be a great feeling, Rick, to have that, to know it's going to go in. Here is Henderson. Out to Bird. Pulls up. New York by 2. Roby with Cartwright on him. Roby trying to drag him outside. He won't go with him. Henderson off to Bird. Bird, he wants a shot. Boy, is that for missing 2 earlier in the ball game.
And again, the penetration made that play. The defense had to react, and that opened up a man.
Larry.
2 points. With 7 minutes to go, Bill, a little early. Tiny Archibald, also Robert Parrish, and Maxwell.
I think he was forced to by the way things are going out there.
101. New York by 1. Richardson had 3 to make 2. Only got 1 of them. Archibald off to Bird. Bird against. He had 2 first-round draft picks. He was the second. We haven't seen Bailey yet. The guy out of Rutgers who's so effective. Larry Bird, 6 points. Celtics 140. They don't have a lot of time to play around with. Bird.
Problem. Now, Boston traditionally starts very slow.
Well, they've been a great catch-up team. They during the playoff series this year has been averaging 16.7. Bird again. Bone boxed out. That was Roby with the position and the defensive rebound. Henderson. Larry Bird in trouble. Gets it off to Roby. 70-69. Cedric Maxwell alone trying to stay with him. Out to Larry Bird. With the left hand.
Now that they'll do what he says.
Calvin Murphy with that foul now has 5. Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics take the lead. 90. Bird, all the pushing in there. Off to Bird. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 4. Bird. Will start out missing his first 2 or 3 shots, but he'll come back strong. Maxwell ran over level. Here is Bird. Now, Parrish playing very well right now.
Yes, he is.
Larry Bird. And possible on skis.
Well, you know, when it comes to skiing, Gary, my ancestral castles are in the tropics.
Continuation rule was in effect, and the ball is definitely coming down. It was a good call.
6 minutes remaining now in this first.
They have to jump out on him and really have to control the tempo.
Bird on a power move. Out to Maxwell. To Bird.
The players are not so good. His intelligence and the ability to concentrate.
Calvin Murphy has gone to the dressing room as Larry Bird. Point win in the Buxton Garden. Archibald looking like he wants to shoot the ball. He had been shooting all that much. Bird is there. Just underway in the second quarter at halftime. We'll take a look as Rick Barry will analyze the first few games. He has 2 points. He missed a couple of stuff shots Tuesday that really took his confidence away. Bird, you can hardly hear. It's so loud here. Enthusiastic crowd with 3 minutes in this. Tiny Archibald. You see Maxwell filling the lane, also Ford, but they hold it up. Larry Bird. Again, the crowd picking up the intensity here. The noise level. Larry Bird, that basket will count, and he's fouled. Robert Reed committing to
hit Larry Bird right in the face.
Garrett with his first personal foul. Larry Bird, and he's going to hit those pressure shots now. 88. You can see him in the background there yelling to his team with 3:37 left. Larry Bird again. Oh, as he hits some pressure back shot. Up to Archibald. And oh, is this place noisy. Just outside, 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Parrish to Chris Ford. Ford has shot very well in this series. Larry Bird, a difficult shot.
Don't have a shot, but then you work a half-court offense. That gives you plenty of time. If you rush it up, good shot by
8:53 to go until halftime. We'll be joining Brent Musburger. Highlights of that Philadelphia-Milwaukee series, San Antonio, Houston. Larry Bird. Larry Bird.
The Celtics, and you can't get much more even than they're playing right now.
Gilmore at that 3-point play gives the Bulls a 2-point lead. Larry Bird. Larry Bird has 20 points. Now to bump it up to a 6-point lead.
Bird's going to try to do just that. Oh, did he do it? Larry Bird now. 21 points in the ball game now for Reggie Theus. Parrish into Bird. Bird against Dietrich. Boy, what movement by Larry Bird.
Bird tips it out. Yes, it was, as Jay was coming in on the follow.
Intelligent play by Larry Bird there. Almost got the break started a little.
Larry Bird from on top, his first super.
The play on the other end off the Maxwell offensive board. It looked like a layup until Jay got up there and just swatted it away and then finished it with that thunderous dunk on the other end.
7 on the shot clock as Bird hits. Larry now with 2:16. Hollins picks up Archibald. BJ on Larry. Caldwell Jones on Parrish. Bird has got the wide open 20-footer and hits. Larry Bird with.
And I'll tell you, watch ML and Tony go at it a little bit.
Yeah, they have been known to mix it up just a bit. Bird with the running right-hander and in. Whoa. Larry Bird.
To do without it, and Jones is perpetual motion out there. That's why he's so difficult to guard.
38-34. Bird from way outside and hits. Larry Bird with.
Sure, the boys are giving it a little more concentration in that line tonight after the 60% last night, which, as we said, literally cost them the game.
Bird, the baseline. Off the glass. What a shot right there by Larry Bird.
Oh, is that tough? He got it over the rim that second time around.
8 rebounds for Bird. 51-41, 10-point lead. Biggest lead tonight. Hey, Larry Bird.
Did he lay a fake on Jim?
56-49, 9:55, and a rather sluggish start to this third quarter. 7 on the shot clock. Bird with the turnaround shot. Hits! Bird with 25. Run.
You know, we've talked about that earlier. That would be my counsel.
Bird from the corner. Hits!
Oh!
He is letting it flow.
And has decided to rest up for Friday's game.
Bird way outside. Hits! Bird with 31. Bird, 20 feet. No problem. Absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Shot.
Ford also has played well. Larry Bird, 24 points, 10 assists, and he just made. They could really take an advantage in that series if they hang on to that lead. They lead 2-1. Larry Bird again. 4th highest in the history of this league. Chris Ford. Theus on him. Larry Bird. Over Greenwood.
In the last 2 minutes.
Tiny Archibald trying to shake Lester. Larry Bird. Bird, when in doubt, shoot it.
Well, I'll tell you, when you got
Again with another rebound. He had 17 of them Friday night. Archibald. Tiny to Larry Bird. Bird, Kobe Dietrich trying to stay with him, and Bird is just sizzling.
Bird has a real
reminder. We're going to have, at the conclusion of this game, our most valuable player, the Miller High Life most valuable player, $1,000 will be presented to the special. Here's Maxwell. Dwight Jones on him. We have 9.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Larry Bird, 20 points for Larry Bird. Fans are on their feet. This could be the final 12 minutes of the season for the Chicago Bulls. They've got to win. Three-pointer. Larry Bird with a three-pointer to start the 97. The Boston Celtics with the lead. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Larry Bird. Oh, a shot, a pressure shot. He had
middle of the break. Isaiah had 29 the other night against the Celtics. Bird had 30 against Detroit. He's got 2 to start.
Larry Bird, Vinny Johnson.
Well, Johnson does a lot of things out there. We told you.
6'4". Gets the ball back for the Celtics and another opportunity. Down by 1. Larry again gets 2.
Larry Bird.
1 point.
Him up to 4 or hopefully 6-point lead could be helpful to them.
All right, Larry Bird. Up over Terry Tyler.
Oh.
He hits another one of his snowflakes. As they're leading by 4 with 5:50 to go in the game, 103-99. Bird has got Tyler on him, goes over Tyler, and Larry floats in another 2. Celtics up, 108-105. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Larry will have to get it up in a hurry. 2 seconds, he lets it go. Another 2. 29 points for Bird.
They've had trouble all year long, I think, in terms of being a little careless with coming up with too many turnovers. Bird has
Well, Buckner pushing it up. Bird measures. Like a... McHale
looking for help. Finds Larry Bird. 26 points for Bird.
Denver a little rattled. We saw Kiki take a bad shot, or attempt to a moment ago, get it blocked, and Alex English take a few too many steps.
Bird floats in 2 more and within 1. Third block of the game.
I'm surprised he took Issel out of there. I assume he wants to give him a rest, but he really has to have him in there.
Celtics lead. Larry Bird puts the Celtics ahead for the first time in the game.
By Henderson, and now Boston's turn with Bird. Pulls up. He's got it. 3 for 10 on the D. Meanwhile, Boston maintains the lead. The Sixers had a chance to take the lead. Cheeks missed them both. High post, Roby. Bird shooting over Bennett. Boston is up by 3.
It's 10 points for Jake.
A tiny kicking it off to Bird, who smacks it home.
It's easier that way.
Okay. Now I know your secret. Larry Bird. Jones on him. Bird from 20. Bang. Came into the game leading the league in steals with 160. Bird feels the hot hand, and he's got another one. Larry, 3:47 left in the half. Bird has hit his last 2 in a row, make it 3.
Pace of the game has slowed considerably on the part of both teams.
Larry's first shot of the third quarter. 2:20 left, third quarter. 81-60, Boston. Bird is the man. Fall away.
Oh, wow. Oh, he wanted that.
The Celtics are up by 27. They've got 2-on-2. ML to Maxwell. They kick it back outside. Good job by Maxwell. He knew he was too far under.
Full court zone pressure on the part of Bird cooking on a part to get tired. The trap takes much longer to, missed them, and of course Philadelphia's capitalized, but I still don't think there's too much to worry
Larry
about.
Bird answers him back. However, is the one guy who's always played well against the Celtics. They flash Bird out immediately, and he nails it right away, and the Celtics, good job.
Yeah, that was a good play. He had a switch there. Full rabbit step.
Bird behind the pick by McHale. 39-31. 5 minutes left in the first half. Bird behind a pick. Swish. That is a 7-point run for the Celtics. Set up a double stack. They want Bird to flash off it. He does. Launches. Hits. Larry with 18 first
ball, and as we said a moment ago, that's when the tendency for the D is to kind of relax a little bit. Bird hits from out.
Bird floating it in for the Celtics.
They say he's got the size to do damage inside, and he's got the quickness. Wow.
Bird really heating up. 22 for Larry.
He doesn't get all that much accomplished, so Mata's going with his strength. I don't know that Mata can beat the Celtics with Brad Davis out of there, so he's going to have to make a decision.
3-pointer.
Well, they were giving it.
Celtics back down by 1 now. Bird open in the corner. 3-pointer. Yes, again. 2 3-pointers for Larry Bird.
Oh, is he tough?
Seconds left. Boston trailing by 4. 103-99. Bird hit. 103-101.
LA tries to do with the weak side forward. Right now, the man away from the ball. That would be Kevin McHale, who's just come in the game. 79-78. We have 2:50 to play here in the third period. Eddie Doucette, Steve Jones. And what better place? Nice switch up D by Dwight Jones. And a 3-pointer by Larry Bird. Rebound-wise, 42-18, front line against front line. And again, they dominate. 3-pointer. He's their best 3-pointer. Not in action. And Eddie Jordan on the injured list with a pulled groin. They have to make a decision after tonight. 92-88, Boston at 2. 94-80. Their front line has come up with 34 points, but the Celtics front line has come up with 73 points. And the rebounds, the Celtics 33 rebounds to the Lakers 12 up front.
Money.
Larry Bird.
Take the ball on the turnover by Portland to start the game. Bird straight away from 20 and he bangs it in. It's Coliseum. We have 12,666 fans. That is the 297th consecutive Trailblazers sellout crowd. Bird is 3 for 3. And the Celtics, Drexler. Dennis Johnson has the ball, and the Celtics are up by a point. DJ finding Bird in the corner, floats a 3-pointer. 3 from downtown for Larry Bird. Paxton with great range. Left-hand runner, no. Bird up over for the rebound. Celtics are on a run here of 7-2. Bird going behind the back. Nat on him. Bird pumps for 2 more. 17 in the first half for Bird. There. does not get the good roll, and Larry Bird gets the rebound. Celtics looking for the lead here. They're down by a point. Bird squares away. Ice cream. 86-85.
It's like that one, you know, that could have gone either way, and actually they could have called a foul on Drexler on it. I think Ramsey will have to get back to the starting five pretty quickly here.
Bird being hounded by Drexler. Bird around the pick, and he gets another one. That one from 22 feet out. Larry Bird
was on offense. That's a break for the Celtics. Yeah, Portland's only missed one free throw so far tonight. They were 12 for 12 at half.
Down to 3:15 to play in the game. Parrish doubled up. It's Bird with it. Larry, three-pointer. It's good!
Oh, boy.
Larry Bird, a three-point shot. He comes up the floor.
Follow the play down.
15 years. This is his 15th.
Only missed 7 games in 14 years.
Amazing. Bird, foul line jumper. Celtics now within 13-1, 47-46.
Good work by Caldwell on that offensive board.
Bird kissed it, going their way and getting under control in the third quarter. If Houston has come back with a vengeance, Bird fills it up.
7. Gerald Henderson guarded by Rory Sparrow. They're the point guards. Larry Bird takes the first shot of the game and up. Bird shooting over Louis Orr. He's got 13 already. Parrish the rebound. Bird. 17 for Larry. Dennis Johnson all over the floor. Anticipated. Here's Bird. What can you say? He knows he needs Boston. And they're way ahead. Bird for 3. Under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth. Coming around a screen. Bird. Bird. Larry Bird.
Knicks there along with Bernard King on Wednesday, and it's now 5-0 the Knicks as Bird connects it.
And getting to the defensive boards.
Got to have on your team, and really terrible to play against. And a turnover by Trump. It's double Bird.
Should be 3 seconds on Parrish. Right in scoring.
Bird fake right around Bernard. Sparrow leaves and Darrell Walker comes in. Bird's hit 9 in a row. Bird. And Larry Bird. Swarming defense on Bird. 7:04 to play in the fourth.
It's getting the defensive rebounds, and Jay Vincent has 2 in a hurry. Larry Bird pops that one over. Kurt Nippius was called for his second foul just before the timeout.
Celtics stick with their original starting 5. They get Bird open for the jumper, and he buries it from 15 baskets so far here in the opening period. And again, the Celtics get it down quickly off to Bird, and he makes it look like a layup for him.
15 points and 9 rebounds.
McHale, shot clock down inside 10 seconds. As Bird puts a move on Aguirre, goes for the hole and banks it in gently.
Well, that's a sign of the great one.
He thought a foul should have been called. Blackman takes it down the other side. Here come the Celtics. Dennis Johnson down to Bird. Fans thought that Johnson should have been called for himself.
10 for Boston in place of Danny Ainge.
Turnover situation so far, which might surprise you a little bit. Bird buries another one. Off to Bird. Aguirre trying to stay with Bird. No one's been able to so far. There he goes again. Isn't that something? Celtics by 1. Maxwell to Bird, 6 seconds. Ellis staying close to him. Bird gets his first basket of the second. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game.
Basket counts. Foul is 11. That was Robert. And again, we're back to that situation where the Mavericks trail it by only 2. 92-90 in this case. Bird with the turnaround over Ellis. You just can't beat the world champions when they shoot like this. Bird started down the other direction. The minute it left his...
We'll have our second telecast of this Pacific Coast trip. Bird from the corner, his first time. And it's front court quickly. I think he had a notion of going with it, but Williams came out quickly to pick him up. Bird from about 18. Up.
Chambers should not be given at 6'11", obviously that kind of flexibility.
Bird from out.
I'll tell you, don't get lax on David Thompson either, because
Buckner, now Maxwell. Celtics leading by 8 points. 3:55 to go in the half.
Well, other than Reggie King, they don't have Bird is just toying-minded. Sigma hits from outside. So I'm sure he'd like to have a good night offensively. Bird answered for, but I'm not impressed so far by what I've seen. His defense, as we pointed out, is extremely weak, and he's really starting to force his offense. Look at this. Look at this.
Celtics have led since very early in the first quarter. King getting it to Bird. Larry's fall away, pops in.
I'll tell you, coaches can get emotionally involved.
Yeah, they were that time
as well, you know.
Bird has got Chambers on him. This is where Bird went wild in the first half. Look at that! In the third quarter, but that was as close as they've come since the first quarter. All right, Larry. Now to Dennis Johnson. Larry again. Little up fake. And how do you do? For 2.
Magic picking up Henderson. Bird coming out, shooting over Cooper. And that's one of the adjustments Pat Riley also said. Only 10 points in game number 5. He has 4 so far. Bird. Larry Bird gets in.
Celtics, James, they don't really have a true point guard, do they?
Absolutely not, which is why Larry Bird handles the ball an awful lot more in the paint.
Parrish looking inside, but Bird's pass was blocked inside, so he simply takes it out.
Points is really exceptional when you consider he's trying to defend Larry Bird.
3 seconds left in the quarter, and Bird responds.
So often we hear talk about the Celtics mystique, and certainly players like Larry Bird add to that the great line of KC does not have the depth to go to, and his biggest concern going into the playoffs is mental and physical exhaustion of his players.
What can you say about...
In there.
Bird scored. Collins foul. Shot. Great defense by the Celtics. Rockets are back. The Bird's wide open from 18. You don't give him that shot.
And first, have to take from his team because when he gets the ball, that's not necessarily the end of the play.
To Bird. Bird against Sampson. Time and lose 3 points on it. That's got to be a little disheartening. Larry Bird.
Johnson on the deep left corner. Down low for Bird with position. He fakes it and shoots it good. Great for the year. DJ in the lane. Bird the fall away is good.
Great touch.
Tears up the floor. Bird out of the left corner. The bomb is good.
See, Dominique has to concentrate.
DJ up top. Off the pick comes Bird for the bomb. Got it again. High is Parrish. Off to Bird for the open 20-footer. It's good. You can't give him that shot. You give him that shot. He has really tuned them up this year. Front court, he has Bird in the corner. Right corner, Bird. Backs in. Posted up, Bird. Takes the jumper and hits it.
Tell you what, they've tuned each other.
DJ, a lead for Bird front court. Bird shoots the jumper right side. Good.
Nobody played him.
Bird posted left. Takes the jumper and hits it again. Boston by 9 for Bird, who feels it and takes it and drills it again. He's unbelievable. In front court, here's Dennis Johnson. Down low for Bird. Right side, Bird. Bird, the fall away. Tough shot, and he drills it again.
That's his shot.
To come across. I think Eddie's hurt. I think Eddie Johnson hurt himself when he fell down. He can barely walk. They got to get Eddie out of there.
He stubbed his toe.
Right corner, Bird, bomb. Good. A moment ago, Doc Rivers back in. Bird. They open the right side. Bird the fall away. He drills it again. That's the best shooting. Bird with 52. Dennis Johnson, a lead for Bird.
They want him to keep scoring too.
Bird takes the jumper and hits it again. Bird has 54 on the baseline coming out right. There's Bird.
Bird, 14 seconds, he got fouled. He hit the shot. They're not going to count it. And Bird falls into Joe O'Toole. They're not going to count it. I think it's the greatest shooting exhibition I've ever seen. Larry Bird. What more can you say? Larry Bird, Larry Bird.
He's unconscious. Oh, boy. He got fouled. He just threw it up there and it went in.
Well, he has the record, and McHale goes over to congratulate him. McHale, Ainge, Larry Bird has 57 points, an all-time Boston record for one game. And McHale had set the record less than 2 weeks ago. Bird, foul shot, got it. Bird has, with 3 seconds, Bird will try another jumper and hit it at the buzzer. Bird has 60 points. Larry Bird scored 60 points. Look at the Boston players mob him. Larry Bird scored 60. It is the greatest shooting exhibition I've ever seen in my life.